Felix Pontelara for the Latin Podcast Awards. Yes, this is where things happen. And today I'm going to be doing this in English. We are here basically on a Friday before a long weekend to let you know that we still have 12 podcasts or 12 podcasters that have not turned in your acceptance speech. With that said, if we don't have an acceptance speech, then you will probably be eliminated out of the competition. But you have until Sunday during this weekend to turn in these acceptance speeches. The acceptance speeches need to be done by category. So if you registered for the Latin Podcast Awards and you got nominated in 4 categories, we need one acceptance speech per category. That means 4 files, 4 audio files. Now, we will accept an MP3 audio file with you accepting the award. Remember, because you do this, it doesn't mean that you won an award. It's just we do this 100% to all the nominees because this way it'll be a great surprise for the show. It is actually hurting us not being able to get your acceptance speeches because we cannot continue with the recording and all the process, the production of the ceremony itself. As you know, the ceremonies are pre-recorded, and this is when everyone knows if they were a finalist because they'll see their podcast right there on the show in the finalist, or if they won a Latin Podcast Awards. So please do not get disqualified, do not get eliminated, and put in your acceptance speech. Your acceptance speech can be a 45-second audio MP3 saying, "Hey, I was nominated in this category. I was nominated in the self-help category, and thank you very much for this award." That's all we need. That's less than a few seconds. You can do 4 or 5 of these, and we have a link for you. The link we always put it out for you is latinpodcastawards.com/M as in Mary, M23. So latinpodcastawards.com/M23. I will put it here in the comments for you so you can see it. If you have any doubts, feel free to call me, Felix at latinpodcastawards.com. So it is really easy to get these messages in. If you can do a video, better yet. But I know we're all podcasters and audio is our gig. So we can do that. So please put in your acceptance speeches for all the categories for which you have been nominated. The other thing is, I just want to clear up something with the judges. At one point at the Latin Podcast Awards, we had requested judges that wanted to do all the categories. So 32 categories, 46 podcasts, you had to evaluate all of them. All of those, at the end of the day, those judges that volunteer for that work, for that mission, got paid a per diem. So, but not for the judges that only did 2 or 3 categories and probably evaluated anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 podcasts. I hope that's clear. And I hope if you think that I owe you some money, let me know. Let's talk about it and we can clear that up. But basically, if you were one of the international judges that volunteered this year to do all of the podcasts, all of the categories, which take a few hours. It can take a lot of hours of work, and this is why we pay a per diem for that. If you did that and you did all of them and we're not aware you haven't been paid, please let us know. We will pay you. That's for sure. If you only did 2 or 3 categories, then you don't get paid. That's part of doing business here and cooperating and collaborating with the Latin Podcast Awards. And hopefully you gain some insights of what are we looking for within the Latin Podcast Awards for a winner. With that said, Those are the subjects for today for this update, September 1st, 2023. Remember, the ceremony is in October 14th, which is also a Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time, which will mean 8 p.m. New York, Miami time, 7 p.m. Chicago time, 6 p.m. Mountain time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Like always, we will have a red carpet event and we will have the extra. The extra is after the red carpet event, after the ceremony, after the after party. Then we play the extra. The extra is only for the revelation category. Why do we separate revelation from everything else? Because revelation are podcasts that have less than a year since its existence, and they compete separately unless we really need them for a category in the main show. But beyond that, it's going to be separate. So if you do not see your podcast, which is less than a year old, in the main show, that is the reason why. So those are three subjects that we have today. I'll add to that. I'll add to that in the title of this here. But realistically, there's 12 podcasts that we still need your audios. And if you can't do three or four, just do one. Do one in general, and we will put it in because you will win probably. Your chances are really, really good this year because of the amount of podcasts and the amount of awards that we give out. We give out 32 awards. We have 46 nominees. Think about it. Your chances are better than 50-50 to take something home. So with that said, because we're all doing quality. So with that said, for the judges, the fee was only for the judges who did all 32 categories. That's the only fee that we paid. 32 categories. Not two, not three, not four, not five. 32. Now, the last part, what was it? I just spoke about it. I can't remember. What was the third part? But anywho, with that said, have a great weekend here in the United States. It's a long weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. And please be safe, have fun, enjoy yourself, and do something with your family. Take care. Adios. Hasta la próxima. I'll see you guys soon.